Welcome to another amazing review on the culture of currency. Today we'll be taking 2 coins and placing both on our 60-point scale. I also wanted you to know that I'm anxiously waiting on my very own sticker to come in the mail. When it arrives, I will have to make an unveiling video for all of you, so like and subscribe to make sure you do not miss it. Today we'll be combining 2 coins because they hail from the same mint, have the same theme, and I already have a detailed video about the mint culture and country. We are taking these 2 Olympic Canadian maples and kind of comparing them against the standard. Let's start with this Inukshuk Maple. As I stated before, I've already done a video on the Canadian maple leaf we all know and love. I do love the standard maple, but I'm going to go out on a limb and let you know that I just might like these 2 coins even more than the standard maple. The obverse of the coin has the queen and is traditional with a unique textured finish in the background. The reverse has a maple leaf tilted a little as if it's bowing to the Inukshuk, which I really kind of like. It has the Olympic designation as well as all the standard wordage that we've all come to know and love. We all know that the Olympics are important and has an impact on culture and society, so I'm not going to spend too much time there, but I will elaborate on this symbol of the Inukshuk. It is a recent tradition that symbols or a character of the host country should be tied with Olympic marketing. Canada chose the Inukshuk. The Inukshuk is a stack of usually stone that would be used to denote a trail or relay a message, such as where food is stored, maybe direct to the North Star, or many other cool things. I have often most seen them as a way to mark trails so that one does not get lost or to denote important sites. The word Inukshuk means that which acts in the capacity of a human. Obviously that's a little bit poetic of a translation, but you get the idea. Inuk means human and suk means substitute. There are many that actually have the shape of a man. Many scholars believe this is to offer information to another, usually in the way of a friend or spirit. There are many ways to pronounce this, but as you can see, I went with the Shuk version. In my time backpacking in the wilderness, they were referred to as Karens, or Karns, one of the two. But they're still used to this day to mark paths for wilderness travel. When you're on a trail or whatever, you'll see a little stack of rocks to tell you you're kind of on the path. There are many shapes and sizes to these iconic stone stacks, and in modern culture, these are even used as mediums for artistic creation. In many cultures, it is actually against tradition to do anything but look at them. Some of these are estimated to date back to 2400 BC, so it's a pretty cool symbol, and I give it 2 thumbs up to be on this special edition maple. Now let's take a brief look at the other unique maple. This coin was also made for the Olympic Games, and as you can see on the front, we see the Inukshuk again and Olympic rings in denotation. We also see the queen sharing center screen, and with any Canadian coin, this is fitting. When we transition to the back, we have a stunning view of a Thunderbird, which once again is a strong American symbol themed creature that has associations with supernatural power and strength. The symbol takes various forms with many tribes, but is seen throughout North America. It is said to create thunder in the flapping of its wings, where its eyes can create lightning. This symbol is often depicted in many different ways, but this is particularly a symbol that seems to be more of the imagery you would see in northern areas of North America where Canada is. So well done there. It should be noted also in this image that there are many animal companions depicted, such as the bear, eagle, and salmon, making me think this is a Pacific tribe-based symbol. All around the Thunderbird are small maple leaves that are tossed in the air by the beating of wings. I must say that's a pretty classy touch, and is by far my favorite maple I have ever seen. I'm blessed to have one of my own. I love the Olympics, nature, history, culture, and currency, obviously, so this coin checks just about every personal base, but now it's time to see how both of these coins do on our 60-point scale. To remind you, the first factor we consider on our scale is the front image. So when I look at the front of the Inukshuk Maple, I see a slightly better image than the standard maple. This is due to the background, so I give it a 7 out of 10. When I look at the Thunderbird obverse, I see a perfect harmony of how a queen-centered coin is recognized without taking all of the stage. The Inukshuk on the front is amazing, and I love that both sides of the coin speak Canada. I give this a 9 out of 10. Next we have the back of the coin. Our standard maple scored an 8 out of 10 on the back because of the quality and iconic image. I believe both of these coins do an amazing job of paying homage to the maple, but adding Native American elements to commemorate the culture on a world stage like the Olympics. It honestly is really hard to top these two, and they both earn a 10. Mintage is our next category. The maple, as many of you know, is a highly minted coin. This means there are so many out there that the demand or premium you would likely pay to get one of these is a bit lower than any other coin. These are special edition coins, but still have high mintage amounts. The Inukshuk had a mintage of 937,839 or so just under a million, so it scores a 2, whereas the Thunderbird as a mintage had around 569,000 roughly, and it scores a 3. Pretty high mintages. Cultural significance is next. The common maple scored a 10 here, and there's nothing less from these two coins. In fact, if there was an 11, I would think it would earn that score just because they are spot on for the culture of this country. These scream Canada, so I'm so glad they chose things that were around before Canada rather than recent Canadian imagery such as maybe flannel or being arguably the nicest people. Collectibility is where we turn to next. I give the standard maple a 10 because they are such high mintage and such beautiful coins, and everyone loves them, and because they're such high mintage, they can get their hands on them. These Olympic coins go a step further. They are beautiful, they are mass produced so that currently you can still find them occasionally, and over time they will probably be fairly rare due to people holding on to them, so I think 10s are earned here by both. But they are honestly some of the highest collectible coins I could find in the Canadian market. Now for uniqueness. The maple is far from unique because the amounts it is produced in and the image rarely changes. You can pick a year at random from the last bunch of years and choose a maple from any of those years, and with the exception of a couple privies, they would all look about the same. So the standard maple kind of just scored a 1 for uniqueness because of that, but both of these coins I find very unique in the depiction of the Inukshuk and Thunderbird. They have high mintage but are very unique, so I give both of those an 8. This brings us to totals. To give you an idea, the standard maple scored a 36 out of 60, so we consider that a mid-tier coin, but is still highly recommended and iconic. If you had your calculator out, you already know both of these coins did much better. The Inukshuk came in at 47 out of 60, so it's very close to being an elite coin status in my book, and I obviously highly recommend that to all. The Thunderbird, however, is our clear winner, scoring a 50 out of 60, which means this Thunderbird coin is an elite coin and should be a part of everyone's collection. I know it's a high mintage, but I see this coin as being very desirable for generations to come. Please remember to like this video if you found it worth your time. It really does help our channel. Subscribe if you want to be on our journey, and remember always to stay classy and current with the culture of currency.